If you want to learn how to work up to doing a dive bomber push-up, just like the Navy SEALs and with perfect form, then this 3-phase progression will walk you by the hand through exactly what you need to do to get there in just 6 weeks. Hey there, Coach Tyler here, and today I'm gonna break down one of the best upper body bodyweight exercises on the planet. That exercise is called the dive bomber push-up. And I'm gonna break it out into some simple steps that you can take to going from where you're at to crushing out rep after rep of the dive bomber push-up with perfect form and in just 6 weeks. So pay close attention because here's how this is gonna work. I've created 3 different phases, each phase building on the last one to give you the flexibility, coordination, and finally strength that you'll need to perform the dive bomber push-up with perfect form. For best success, you should plan on doing each phase exactly as I describe it, only skipping ahead to the next phase once you are certain you've built the flexibility, coordination, and strength necessary to go to the next level. From there, you should carve out 5 minutes a day to practice the exercises that I'll give you each week. If you can do this every day, and even twice a day for people who are really dedicated, it will make a big difference on you being able to do a perfect dive bomber push-up at the end of the 6 weeks. Now, during each practice session, your goal should be able to perform 1 minute of work on the exercises that you're working on, followed by 1 minute of rest for 3 rounds. Finally, in today's video, we're gonna focus on phase 1, which was designed to gradually build the coordination and flexibility you'll need to be able to do the dive bomber push-up with perfect form. This first phase will last 3 weeks, and we'll start off with a very simple exercise, and each week I'll make the exercise just a little harder. Also, I know these exercises look simple, but exercises like the dive bomber push-up require a ton of flexibility, coordination, and strength all at the same time. So please don't skip over this first phase. There will be harder exercises coming your way in phase 2, I promise. Okay, now that you know what to expect, let's dive into each week where I'll show you exactly how to do each exercise with perfect form. Week 1, high chair down dog. All right, this exercise is called the high chair down dog. And it's a really great exercise for starting to get that coordination and improving the flexibility that you'll need to get that first dive bomber push-up. So to start, bring a nice sturdy chair in front of you and place your hands on the backs of the chair, or you can use a piece of furniture, something that's just under waist height. From there, come into a push-up position where you're pressing your hands into that chair. What you're gonna do from there is come into a downward dog position, trying to bring your chest towards the ground as much as you possibly can. So coming down towards the ground as much as you possibly can, coming back up to that push-up position and really trying to come up on the toes so you can squeeze your core, and then repeating for reps. So here is a shoulder stretch, trying to drive your shoulders to the ground. Here is the core as you come to the top position. Repeat back and forth, slow and controlled. And then, when ready, you can move on to the next week's variation. Okay, now that you know the first week exercise, make sure you practice this exercise every day by doing 1 minute of work, followed by 1 minute of rest for 3 rounds. Then, after you complete your first week, move on to week 2. Real quick, before I share the exercise to use for week 2, I wanted to ask you for a quick favor. If you're enjoying this content and want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button right now and then click that little bell icon so you get a notification anytime we release a brand new video like this. It helps us get noticed more, and our videos will help you transform your body fast. Okay, let's move on to week 2 right now. Week 2. Low chair down dogs. This exercise is called the low chair down dog, and it's an even better exercise for creating more flexibility, giving you more coordination, and even improving your core strength as you do it. So find a nice sturdy chair that's low to the ground. You should be able to put a lot of pressure on this chair, so make sure it's sturdy before you do this exercise. From there, put your hands on the chair and squeeze the chair with your fingers. If that hurts your wrists, you can bring it to the outside or whatever makes your wrists feel more comfortable. The big thing is you want your hands to be active in this movement. From there, come out to a push-up position, and you're gonna squeeze your glutes and squeeze your core in this position. Now, push your weight back into your butt and try to bring your chest as close to the ground as possible. And then exhale as you come forward.
Squeeze your glutes and core. Inhale as you go backwards, pressing your hands into the chair, driving your chest to the ground, trying to create that flexibility in your shoulders, and then come back forward. So you're gonna practice this exercise, slow and controlled, really trying to squeeze your core as you go forward and really trying to drive your chest down as you go backwards. And once you feel comfortable with this, and it's time to move on to the next one, go to the next variation. Okay, now that you know the second week's exercise, make sure you practice this exercise every day by doing 1 minute of work followed by 1 minute of rest for 3 rounds. Then, after you complete your second week, move on to week 3. Hey, before I share the week 3 exercise with you, I wanted to mention that if you like the way we break down exercises into multiple levels, then you'll love the workouts that we send to our members at warriormade.com. And that's because we've broken down every single exercise that we use into several different levels. So you always have a clear roadmap to building the lean and strong body that you're after. In fact, we've created follow-along workouts that use progressions just like the ones in this video to take you from where you're at to being able to do exercises like one-legged squats, grasshopper push-ups, V-ups, and more. So you can build a body that moves as good as it looks. So to give our follow-along, scalable home workout a try, just click the link below, either now or after you finish this video, and you can try it for free on me. Okay, let's go back to the plan for week 3. Week 3, down dogs. Okay, this exercise is called the down dog. And this is such a good exercise for flexibility and again, strengthening that core at the same time, okay? So to start, come into a push-up position with your hands right underneath your shoulders and make sure your hands are active by squeezing the ground with your fingers. Your hands should stay active the entire time. That's gonna protect your wrists. If need be, and if this hurts your wrists, you can do them on your knuckles, or you can buy a pair of push-up handles from Amazon.com that will help you with wrist support, okay? Start in that push-up position, squeeze the glutes, don't let your butt stick up like this, and don't let your back sag down like this. Keep those glutes tight and that core tight, and the hands pushing the ground, squeezing the ground with the hands. From there, drive your butt up into the sky and try to bring your chest towards your thighs. In this position, final thing you want to think about is letting your heels come down towards the ground. So I want to make sure you get that full downward dog position first, drop the heels down. Now you've got to stretch from your heels all the way to your fingertips. Then from there, push forward, come back into that plank position, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, and repeat for reps. You can inhale here, and you can exhale here, while squeezing your glutes and core. Now, practice that, moving slow and controlled, so you get even more core strength and flexibility, and when the time is right, you can go on to the next step, which is the next exercise to take you close to being able to do those dive bomber push-ups. Okay, now that you know the third week's exercise, make sure you practice this exercise every day by doing 1 minute of work, followed by 1 minute of rest for 3 rounds. Then, after you've completed your third week, you can move on to the next video, right here, where I'll go over the exercises you should be doing for phase 2 of the 6-week program that will show you exactly how to build the flexibility, coordination, and strength to do that dive bomber push-up with perfect form. I'll see you in that video next.